big cup, and hello. Welcome to a very special episode of the Gilmore Way Podcast. We have an amazing guest today, one you might just recognize from her iconic role as Mrs. Kim, but who has been gracing the screen in a number of projects such as The Resident, Grey's Anatomy, General Hospital, Doogie Howser, Red, Drop Dead Diva, 6 Feet Under, Party of Five, ER, Matlock, and The Young and the Restless, plus numerous appearances on stages across America with the East West Players and more.
Not to mention one of my personal favorite shows from my childhood, The Practice. You were a dental hygienist testifying at the trial of the dentist you worked for, played by the Fonz himself, Henry Winkler. So let's give a big welcome to the one, the only, Emily Kuroda, and apparently her cat.
Oh, this cat just made that stream so much better, and we're here for it.
We are cat people.
Oh, you are?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, we both love. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay,
so, what is
good.
this beauty's name?
This is Alfie.
Oh,
I love
Alfie.
to be on Zoom and stuff. He's been in a commercial. I don't know how to share screen. I did a commercial with Keiko, and no, the other one, his sister was in it, Molly.
Oh.
For ATV or some TV thing.
That is precious, and Alfie can stay on for the entire stream if he wants to.
We'll see how long he lasts.
We're fine with
What
that.
a love bug. I'm a little jealous.
Yeah, but thank you so much for being here with us and for coming on our podcast. We're delighted to talk with you about Gilmore Girls and your other projects. And just your role as Mrs. Kim was just incomparable. It's something that we highlight and that we love every single time we do a rewatch. So we're just you can see Kate's
nice.
Yeah, we're so overjoyed to have you here with us. So thank you for your time.
Sure.
Yeah. We want to start off talking about, we'll go back to the beginning of Gilmore Girls, and we'll flash back to the pilot, which was filmed in Unionville, Canada, which is coincidentally not too far from where Kate lives herself. Yeah.
You're Canadian?
Yes, I'm about 30
cool.
minutes outside of Toronto.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like it up there.
Yeah, I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
Did you go to that thing that we had a couple years ago? We had a Gilmore Girls fan thingy up there near Union.
Yeah, it was in Unionville. I couldn't make it that year, unfortunately. I did the virtual event in 2020, but I couldn't make it to the in-person one. So
yeah, the in-person one was fun because we hung out at the gazebo, and it's really pretty up there.
Yeah, we made a drive out. The first time we met in person was roughly this time last year, about a few weeks into March last year, and we made a stop in Unionville and took photos and did the whole thing. So we love it there. Yeah,
it's nice.
Yeah. So we'll start off with this. What was filming that pilot like in Unionville, and what was your experience like there versus how you film on the lot when you're in California?
Oh, when you do a pilot, nobody knows anybody, and so it's not as you're just getting to know each other. So, and it was quick because I only had a couple of scenes. I was only there for less than a week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember a whole lot, actually.
Yeah.
It was over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
The show's been around a little.
It's been a long time, yeah.
Yeah. In terms of then filming on the lot, what was filming on the lot like?
The lot was really nice. It was comfortable. And, everybody knew each other. So, I know it was Stars Hollow and Stars Hollow people, but it was Gilmore Girls people, same thing,
Mm-hmm.
Because over the years, people got married, they had babies. Mark Sasabuchi would cook for us. He was a camera guy. So, it was really nice. It was like a family.
Yeah, we get that vibe.
Yeah.
Do you have any other, fun behind the scenes moments from filming or anything that you can share from your time on set that stuck with you?
Oh, I think that Sally Struthers and Liz Torres they're two of the funniest women I know. And I still see Liz periodically. I haven't seen Sally in forever, but Sally keeps pretty busy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard she can fireman carry people quite a bit larger than her.
Who?
Sally.
She can what?
She can fireman carry people. Like,
Oh, she can?
that's what I've heard
I
on
believe
other
it.
podcasts.
I've
She's
heard
very-
that too, that she is a very strong individual.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a
She's
firecracker.
very nice. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's awesome too that you have such fond memories and recollections with them, because they're such great actresses themselves, as are you. So
Oh, they are. Yeah. But I never got to act with them really, except for the Bracebridge dinner,
Mhm.
because they never came to my shop, and I was never in the town hall meetings. So
Would you have liked to have been?
I think so. They said they were long, long, long days though, but I think I would have liked to have been.
Mm-hmm.
Bracebridge dinner was fun, although she shot probably till 5 a.m. on that one.
Really?
Wow.
What was that evening shoot like?
It was funny because like Sally had zombie teeth she would put in, and then Liz would start laughing, and then I'd start laughing, and so it was a lot of fun. It probably wasn't fun for us it's not so bad because we just go in and work a couple of days an episode, but poor Lauren and Alexis, they had to work. I mean, I remember that. I think that was the thing where Lauren was a little tired because, they are in almost every scene, and we were shooting till 5 a.m, and we had that snow coming down, which I wasn't, it was pretty, but it's like, oh, is it safe? I don't know. So, it's hard work for them. I must hand it to them for putting up with it,
Mhm. Yeah. A question you just made me think of: if Mrs. Kim were ever to be in a Stars Hollow town hall meeting, how do you think she would approach that? And do you think, like, what are some grievances or things that she would have in terms of what she'd be throwing out there to Taylor?
Oh, I think she'd probably want it to be a vegan town, and require people to go to church, things like that. And and more music programs. She loves music. So I think she would have done that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I wish we would have gotten that. It would have been, now that the more that I think about it, that you've said it, it would have been so much fun to see her in that environment, just giving Taylor a run for his money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have heard again that the shoots on those were extremely hot because there was no air conditioning in that building. So you might have dodged a bullet.
Yeah. But that's kind of normal. We're kind of used to that,
Did you have any
for what we do?
Yeah. Did you have any days on set that were really long or just difficult for you in that way?
No, because I like being there. So I didn't mind it, And even in between shots, I would just stay on set and watch everybody. It was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I liked it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the things that we have always thought about as we watch the show more and more is the relationship between Mrs. Kim and Lorelai. And I feel like it's not really touched upon enough, but it's something where I feel like there are a lot of parallels to be drawn. So I want to ask, like, how do you feel about the relationship between Mrs. Kim and Lorelai? Because there are a lot of really wonderful and beautiful mom moments that they share with one another as they're parenting teenage daughters. So what is your take on the similarities between them? And how do you feel about Lorelai's place in your life as a mother, but also Lorelai's place in Lane's life?
She didn't seem threatened that Lane would. I don't know. I don't think that she blamed Lorelai. I think she liked Lorelai because, there seemed to be a mutual respect there. She didn't trust the American culture, but I don't think she blamed it on Lorelai. Do you?
No, I wouldn't say so at all.
No,
I think.
But I don't know whether it's that. Yeah, because Lauren and I, even though we didn't chat, she was too busy, But I think we had a mutual respect that was really nice, One time I went on, I was late, and then I just they rehearsed without me, and then We were going to go rehearse, and Laura just goes, "Oh, just shoot it. She's got it." And they did. And then that was it. And then I went home. So, it was nice. We had a nice trust for each other on and off stage. And that was the way with everyone in the show, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, I think it probably always is a really wonderful thing when you can trust the actors that you're working with to compliment you and to balance you out, especially like just you saying that, you didn't make it to rehearsal on time, but she just knew that your capabilities were there, that you can come onto set and film a scene anyway and just know that you were going to nail it. Yeah. It's really wonderful when you have that trust between actors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also, after a couple of years, you kind of know what the camera guy and what he does and his style and what you have to do. And so it was pretty easy. It was fun.
Yeah. Who was your favorite to play off against or do scenes with? Did you have really excellent chemistry with anyone in particular behind the scenes?
Oh, I liked them all. I just thought they were all brilliant. Of course, Keiko. I adore Keiko. And then Todd does. A lot of people do a lot of theater, so I have another layer of understanding with them. Probably Sebastian Bach.
Yeah.
Not that we had chemistry, but because he wasn't an actor, so he would just do things and say things that I'd never seen before, and so that was fun.
Yeah, he's from this area as well, not far from where I grew up.
Is he? He's very funny.
Yeah, I love Gil's character. I think he's one of the best.
Yeah.
Is he your favorite member of Hep Alien or?
Oh, of course not. I've done no. I love them all. Yeah, I've done plays with. I feel like I've done them with Todd, but I haven't. But I've done them with Stan, not Stan. What's his name? Oh.
John
Cabrera. Yeah, I've done a play or two with John Cabrera. So we still see each other in other circles. Todd does a lot of plays with people I know too. So
just continuing on with the show. We never really saw a lot of Mr. Kim in the show, but I think he's worth noting because he exists, even though we don't see a lot of him.
Right.
Did you ever meet him? Or when you were filming the International Food Festival, did you ever cross paths? And side note, is there perhaps a fun Kim family photo out there somewhere existing in the universe?
Oh, that would have been nice. Maybe I'll make one.
We'll just Photoshop the three of you.
Yeah. He did. Dan didn't bring someone over to play Mr. Kim at the end, but that wasn't quite right, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the quickest scene where he just waves like, "Hey, my dad is here."
Yeah.
And it could just be the magic of editing.
Yeah, and he thought, that was, but it wasn't like what I thought it was going to be, which is okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just an actor.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Mr. Kim, just another fun question for you. What is Mrs. Kim's first name?
She doesn't have one.
Did you ever canonize something for yourself as a first name, or you just let her always be Mrs. Kim?
Yeah. There were Yeah, we never talked about that. We never talked about Mr. Kim. We never talked about anything, actually. Mm-hmm. We just accepted it as a reality.
Theater of the mind.
But did you know this? Huh?
Theater of the mind. Sometimes it's really great.
Yeah.
You were saying, though.
Roll with it. Huh?
You were saying?
Oh, a weird, I'm sure you've heard this. When Keiko got married, you heard this story?
Maybe not.
Anyways, not. Tell us.
Well, I thought it was really a coincidence because, Helen Pye, who was a producer, is married to a musician like Todd Lowe, who's a musician, and then Keiko started going with a musician, and around when Keiko got married in life is when Keiko married her musician was about the same time, I think. Lane married Todd. What's his name?
Zach.
Yeah. So I just thought it was such a coincidence that they both got married about the same time to musicians. Yeah, just nice.
That's a lot of fun.
Her husband's a wonderful musician.
Mm-hmm. Art imitates life sometimes.
Yeah.
So do you have, as Mrs. Kim, like a favorite Mrs. Kim rant or phrase or quote amongst any of the characters that you were acting off of?
Oh, probably You Break You By, I think. Because I said it a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I didn't realize until somebody gave me a button that says French fries are the devil's starchy fingers. I didn't realize that I never said that.
Mm-hmm. It was Kian who said it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So anyways, but now I say it.
Yeah.
10% off for cousins, 20% for nieces and nephews.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was one of your lines.
Hey, do you remember my line about the door knocker?
It was commonly known that James Madison liked big knockers.
Oh. Hold on.
Yeah, I bet a lot of the founding fathers like big knockers. I'm sorry. I would explain if I could. It's a double entendre. I've been in this country 20 years. I get things.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's really good that you know that. Here.
I spend a lot of time with the scripts.
Wow. Hold on. Oh shit, I've got my. It was commonly known that. Who?
James Madison.
James Madison loved big knockers. Okay. I will start using that in my cameos. I'm running out of lines. I don't want to watch the whole show again, so it's like.
I've got a whole bunch pulled. I got you.
Yeah, we can always send you just some lines
to
go to for your
some.
Yeah. Cameos.
Yeah.
Yep. Speaking of just like the cameo you did for Kate over here for her birthday was top tier.
Yes.
I made one for you, Kate?
Yes. Oh. For my 33rd birthday.
Oh.
Yep. And we were just delighted by it. Yeah, it was about 6 weeks ago. It was Kate's birthday.
Yeah, back in January.
Well,
yep. So we were
just birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, we were elated for that and elated to have you here now.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's right. That's how you contacted me. Yeah. I love doing those cameos. You know? It's a nice way to connect with people.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I would hate it because I don't usually like to do, that kind of publicity stuff. Keiko knows that. But for some reason, I don't know, the Gilmore fans are so nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like a web of Gilmore not fans really, Gilmore family, I would call it, all across the world. So I think it's a nice way to connect with people. And it's rare, I think, because that's why, like when Jenny does the fan fest, they're not really fan fests. It's just people getting together. And because like one of those, what do you call it? The ones we did on Zoom or whatever they had, mm-hmm. Jenny did like 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Those were interesting because, it wasn't us telling funny stories. I mean, it was, I guess, some people, but it was also like this gal in England who wasn't doing well. And then the gal in Australia, she has a podcast or something, or she's writing a book. Anyway, so it was fun to hear everybody's stories and how and why they like Gilmore Girls and what it is that they enjoyed about Gilmore Girls that kind of ties everybody together in this wonderful blanket of Gilmore Girls land. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. I'm glad I'm a part of it.
Yeah.
This tapestry.
What do you think it is about the show that has led it to become such a beloved thing after all these years where we're always coming back to it and that we still have these fan fest conventions that are going on and this wonderful group of like family and this, these people that are coming together. What do you think about the show has led us to get to that point?
I don't know, really. I don't know if it's because it's an old fashioned. I mean, it's clever in many ways, but it's also an old fashioned show where it's not nasty. It's like, did you see Lotus? What is that? Lotus?
White Lotus?
White Lotus? Yeah.
No, not yet.
Everybody's like, it's a hit, but everybody's nasty and mean and they have no moral compass. But in Stars Hollow, even though people disagree, they seem to have respect for each other and true joy when they got together. And I don't know whether maybe that was because we truly had, pure joy when we got together, and maybe that crossed over, and maybe you could see that love and that respect, in our footage. I don't know, but I think maybe that's why the show makes you feel good. It makes me feel good.
Mm-hmm. It's a real sense of community in Stars Hollow that you don't see a lot anymore.
Is. Right. You know your neighbors. Mm-hmm. And yeah.
It's a sense of nostalgia for a simpler time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So speaking of Jenny and FanFest, they did just put out 2 weeks ago, they released tickets to the next FanFest, which is being held in Algonquin, Maine this fall. So Kate and I will be going. We have purchased tickets to that. And we are so excited to meet anyone who's going to be coming, other Gilmore Girls fans. We're excited to meet Jenny herself.
Did you go the last time?
No, this will be the first for both of us.
Oh my God.
I just did the virtual one.
Oh my God. It was so much fun. She hasn't called me, so maybe I'm not going. But if I go, we'll get together. Because, it's really, you see each other all the time anyway. So that's why it was really weird, because you have, they set up these little things where you sign autographs, but you see everybody all the time anyway, walking on the streets. It's a small little town. It's lovely. And one night we did a polar plunge, which I did. We got up at the crack of dawn. I hope she keeps this. It was wonderful. And then you walk down the beach, and then you do a polar plunge where you all go into the ocean. And I highly recommend that.
We'll make sure that we pack appropriate attire for said event.
Oh, and well, where are you from, Laura?
I'm from New Jersey, but I'm actually in the process of relocating actually next week to Michigan.
Michigan! Oh, you're going cold to cold. Isn't Michigan really cold?
It probably is. I don't think it's too much of a departure, but yeah, I'm in the process of making a change in my life in that way. So.
Oh. Are you moving? Why are you moving there?
Just looking for a different opportunity in life in terms of job seeking, and I've been a caretaker for my grandparents for
bless you
the past 7 or so years. So I love my family. They're wonderful, but I think they're beyond the care that I can provide. So I think this is just something that needs to happen for me. So
good for you. Yeah.
So I will be
excited for you. Congratulations.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. It's a big change, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
And Kate is from.
I live in the Durham region of Ontario, so right along Lake Ontario, just a quick shot across from Toronto, just to the east. So very cold, very snowy.
Very cold. I'm in LA, so it's raining, and everybody's like, oh no, it's rain. What are we gonna do? But you guys are used to it.
Yeah, as a former Vancouverite, I don't have any time for the LA complaints.
Oh gosh, I love Vancouver so much.
So do I. It's fantastic. Yeah. I went to UBC, so I lived there for 8 years.
Oh yeah, I spent a lot of time in Vancouver.
I miss it.
Go back. I'll put that out in the universe.
Yeah.
I know, just in general, like a lot of movies and television shows use Vancouver as a filming location. Do you have any, were you filming there ever that you have any recollections of, or anything that sticks out to you about that city?
Oh yeah, I just last year, I did some reshoots I have an Amazon show coming out called The Power. And it's about these girls. My part's not that big, but it's about these teenage girls, and they have electricity coming up, and it's about their power. So we had to do a reshoot. I had this really nice big part and I shot that in the UK 2 years ago, but then they rewrote it so it matches the book more. But then my part's not as big, but that's okay. So I was up in Vancouver for a couple of weeks, and I had so much fun. This time I went to the skiing area. What's that called?
Whistler.
Whistler. Yeah, because before I've spent so much. I did a series there, but this time, I went up to the mountains a lot because they have those free shuttles that take you up there. Mm-hmm. And I had just the best time. I spent a day in Whistler, and then I went to Grouse
Mountain, yeah,
or something. Yeah.
Did you climb it or?
No, I just took the ski lift. And then the people would take the ski lift and then bike down. That's crazy.
No, I hiked up it once.
Really fast. Huh?
I did hike up it once.
Oh, you did?
I did.
That was hard, right?
It's pretty tough. I was out of shape at the time too, so that made it worse. Yeah.
Well, next time I go, I hope I can hike it. I'm getting a new hip next week, so.
Oh wow!
Oh, best of luck to you.
Thank you. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed for speedy healing.
Yeah. And then, let them know that you want me, if you don't mind, to go to Ogunquit, because I would love to go. And then we can have coffee together or a lobster, whatever. They're so good there. Oh, you guys probably have good lobster rolls, though, too, huh? I don't know. You, Kate. Laura, you've had good lobster rolls.
I've had good lobster rolls. Kate is actually a vegetarian. So.
Oh, my God.
But I did actually.
A lobster roll with you.
I tried lobster when we were in Boston last summer on our Gilmore-inspired road trip. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. So. Maybe I'll have a bite of something just to say I had Maine lobster and leave it at that.
Oh, yeah. No, because Boston, I've spent a lot of time in Boston. It's about on par. So,
well, we're sorry.
Tried it. Yeah.
I gave it a shot.
You did.
Yeah. But yes, absolutely. We want you to come to Algonquin with us. I will absolutely make it a point to mention to Jenny that I want you there. So. I really hope she reaches out to you. Would you come back to FanFest this fall if offered?
I love the FanFests. I really do. Yeah. Normally, I know that for sure. God, I'm really bad with names. This is going to happen to you when you guys get old like me. Maybe it won't happen to me. So names, I'm really bad with names. I've always been bad with names, but since I turned 70, I'm really bad with names. But, the hunky guy. What's his name? Nick Holmes. Mm-hmm. Nick Holmes is like, wait till you meet him. You will love him to pieces. There is not a kinder soul on this earth, I think, than Nick Holmes. And there's no one funnier and kinder than Liz Torres. So you must. Those are two of my favorites that usually go. I've done like 3, I think, in-person ones. Yep. Just so much fun. And she thinks of the goofiest things to do, that we have trivia night, we have this and that. And then, but it's great because you know how some, like when you go to do Comic-Cons, the stars are shuttled off and stuff. No, we're walking on the street with everyone, say, oh, I need a ride to Boston. Anybody can get anybody, and now somebody will go, oh, I'll give you a ride to Boston. It's just like one big family.
I volunteer as tribute.
Yeah.
What? Oh, you want to?
Yeah, I'll drive you to Boston.
Oh, you will? Oh, thank you.
The traffic patterns are a nightmare, but we like to drive with each other. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Yeah, Kate and I are envisioning that as a part of going up to Algonquin for FanFest, that we do want to circle back to Connecticut again and see a lot of the stomping grounds that are still prevalent to the Gilmore Girls show and things that inspired Amy. So we're going to be making another small circuit of New England this fall. So if you need a ride, hop in my car.
Goody.
Girls road trip.
So how many of you are going? Just the 2 of you?
Just the 2 of us.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to have the best. It is so beautiful there. What scares me, and what I could have driven, because I was doing a movie once in upstate New York. And so I didn't realize it was so close. I said, I should have just driven from New York to Connecticut. But then I didn't realize that in LA, we never see black. We never see dark. We never see nighttime. But you go out in the outskirts of Connecticut and stuff, and it is so dark. There's no street lights. There's no nothing except for an occasional deer, which is frightening. So I don't see how you guys do it.
Yeah, I'm a good driver.
Yeah, she is.
You're a good driver. Okay, good. Because I'll be in the car with you guys.
Yes, you will.
I do remember when we came into East Haddam and everything was really dark and the roads are narrow and it's trees everywhere. And
it's like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's so beautiful, and just a piece of my heart resides in Connecticut. So I'm so excited to go back. We didn't hit Maine on that trip, so I'm very excited to see Maine as well.
Yeah.
I spent, I think it was last year, I spent a couple of months at Yale.
Mm-hmm.
And I love, and then I would take the train to and I would go to I would take the bus and go to the shore, and it's so quiet. I would be all by myself, and I just love Connecticut so much. Mm-hmm. You guys are going to have the best time. And there's some good food there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But case in point, if you need a ride somewhere, my car is always free, so hop in.
Oh, goody. Thank you.
Yeah, we hit Yale on our trip as well. Were you there for Yale drama stuff?
Yeah. I did a show there, so.
Wow, that's the dream for
It was wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
You do theater?
Huh? I actually, yes, I do have a theater background. I went to college, and my major was actually communications, but I had a very specific concentration in theater and comedy. And I actually, so I did theater and comedy in college, and then I studied at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater during and after college, doing a lot of improv. So that's always where my heart has lied.
Keiko studies with them.
Yes, we've seen that Keiko has done a lot with UCB, and my heart sang just knowing that, because it's just such a passion for me. So,
yay!
Yeah. Do you have any experience with improv or theater at all?
No. Maybe you could do they think they had an improv thing last year at the Ogunquit, but I'm not known for that. But I would love to participate. I'll tell if I go, I'll tell Jenny I want to participate. You should participate too.
I will.
Are you in theater?
No, not since middle school. I did a little a cappella in university, but not so much of the acting.
Yeah, no, but I will absolutely, I would be so down for doing improv at FanFest, and it would be just all the more joyous if you got on stage with us, or even myself if Kate doesn't want to. But yeah, absolutely. I will make it.
It's just like the good thing about FanFest is that you don't have to be good at anything. You just have to enjoy yourself. So it's like this one huge safety net. There is nothing you can say that's stupid. There's no faux pas. You could say whatever you want and it's fine. It's accepted. It's, with open arms. So I just, Nick took headshots of everybody because he liked doing that. And, but the improv thing was really fun. Laura, you would like that.
Yeah, I will absolutely make it a point to talk
to
Jenny about it.
Or tell.
I will talk
to
Jenny about it.
You want to be a part of it.
I will talk to Jenny about it.
I think they'll do it because it was a hit. Almost everything she chose was a hit,
Yeah, Jenny's good in that way, but I will make it a point to spearhead you not only joining us in Algonquin, but coming on for improv with me too, because I would just I'm done after that. You can just put me in a coffin and I'll die happy.
We'll do bad improv together.
Yes,
life is good. Actually, there's a special joy you have if you're like, if you're nosediving, then it's like anything goes, who cares? You can't save it. And it's so funny.
That's the best part of improv, when you get to the point where it's like, it's so off the rails and you're just like, there's no saving this sketch anymore. No. There's no saving this bit. And the whole concept of improv is obviously like the whole yes and thing, where you just need to yes and everything to death. But when it goes off the rails in that way, and you're just like, I don't even know what's happening anymore. This is bonkers. But this sketch and this improv set is going to go where it is going to go at this point. That's when you get the best comedy out of any situation.
Yeah.
And that's when your audience also enjoys it the most, where you're just like, where they're recognizing that, yeah, this is absurd, but I love it.
It's absurd. But they're still yes-anding.
But they're still yes-anding. Yeah.
Okay, good. We'll do that. We'll put that on our schedule.
We'll do that. Yep. Yeah. So anyone else here who is watching this right now, come to Algonquin with us, because we want to meet you. We want to do improv with you, but we just want to engage with you. And yeah, this is going to be a spectacular weekend. I will make sure that Jenny hits you up.
Okay,
we'll get you to Maine.
Yeah. If I have to drive you there myself, I will get you to Maine.
Okay. Yeah, because I fly into Boston, and then somehow she helps us find rides from Boston to Maine and then back again to go home. But it's just so beautiful there. What else did we do? Oh, if you guys think of anything, just holler. Really and truly, just holler.
We will.
Because it's like a 3-day, slumber party a little bit. Because there's the early risers. It's so interesting because I get up early, so you see the early risers walking down the street. We say good morning to we go to the grocery store and get a cup of coffee, sit outside and have it with each other, and then you got Nick Holmes, who's up at like 2 a.m. at the bars and stuff. So
that's probably going to be me with Nick.
That'll be you. Okay, there's a big crowd at 2 a.m. at the piano bar, and
piano.
I'm a night owl and not an early riser.
Oh, it's really fun. It's so much fun. So there's something for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe one night I'll stay up. I'll take a nap and then I'll meet you at the bar.
Good call. I like that.
We'll see you there.
Sing a song together.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yeah, we'll fly into Boston and we'll come pick you up and drive you the rest of the way to Maine. Cool. And we literally will.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
No we'll have to scale back our packing, Laura.
Yeah. One thing to know about us, Emily, is that Kate and I are not minimalists. We
my God, because they also have, what do you call it? The costume parade.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think they're going to do the costume parade, and there's some pretty elaborate costumes.
Mm-hmm. I've seen them on Instagram, and people are brilliant, and that's one of the things I love about the fandom.
Oh my God! There's this one gal that walked around. She was in a table.
She was the secret bar, wasn't she? I think that's
I've seen that one. Yes, that woman.
It stands out.
Mm-hmm.
It stands out. So it's crazy what people come up with. And I said, you put all that on an airplane? And they go, yeah, I made it, disassembled and then assembled it there. So
that's dedication right there.
Yeah. Does she give you? I hear there's limited lodging. Did she say anything about that? She gets lodging for us, so it's okay. But do you have to get your own lodging?
Yeah. I mean, for people who are attending, yes. Whether you decide to go the motel route, the hotel route, an Airbnb route, route.
I see.
Yeah, you are responsible for your own lodging. It's something that we're looking into actively to book as quickly as we can, because we want to be as close as we can. But yeah.
I wanted to warn you, because it goes, and then some people are like, they have to like stay far away and stuff. And that's not fun at all. It's fun when you could just, roll out of bed and walk over to the corner bakery and,
yeah,
it's just such a cozy, wonderful town.
Yeah. We're excited for it. And oh my gosh, I will do everything in my power to get you there, Emily. I promise you that.
Okay. Oh, and you know what you could do? You could do like, here I am. You could do like Man on the Street, and you could put some of that in your podcast or something, because celebrities are not really celebrities there. So you can just stop anybody and, talk to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everyone seems so nice and down to earth and just lovely.
And then like, if I'm there and if Liz is there, then, we could, if you guys want to do something with Liz, because she doesn't do any any of this stuff, but we could arrange something.
We would love that.
Yeah. See if there's anybody. I'll see who else is going. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little early for people to be able to plan sometimes. So
yeah, I know. Jenny usually likes to plan early, but then do you know Claudia from Germany?
No, not personally, no, but I've seen the name.
Okay. She said that because I was like, oh, I guess I'm not going. But then she said that Jenny needs to find out like how many people are going, and then she'll invite how many casts she can have. So I said, oh, okay. Yeah, that's what Claudia said.
Yeah. I'll talk to her. I'll get you there.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna switch us back from FanFest to Stars Hollow for a little bit. If that's cool with you.
Sure.
Just thinking back to like you as Mrs. Kim, if you were not running your own antique shop, what do you think Mrs. Kim would be doing in Stars Hollow, or what career path would she have taken?
Oh, I think she would be a musician.
Tambourine.
Tambourine. She'd incorporate the tambourine and the Capalians, and then yeah, I think she'd also be a singer too in the band. Kept waiting for that to happen. That never happened.
Well, we'll just need another revival, and
I know.
make sure you get your musical dreams fulfilled.
We say it all the time. We're always pushing for Revival 2.0. We want it to happen. Just any more content would always just be so marvelous for us, and we would just be so thankful for it.
Well, somebody said that I should start a new band. We should start a new band with me and Keiko, and then her twin boys, my grandkids, because obviously they're musical too. So
obviously,
that would be that was an interesting thing that somebody thought of, and I said, "Oh, I'll go for that."
Yep. If a revival was to ever happen, would you come back for it?
Oh, sure. It's so much fun. I can't tell you. We're not. I'm not. Well, I'll say it anyways. But you're not supposed to bring cameras on the set and everything. So first, Keiko and I went, and it'd been like what? How many years between the last episode and
9?
The 9? Yikes!
8
so,
to
anyways,
9.
we were like, we're trying to sneak little pictures, because it's been almost 10 years. And toward the end, nobody busted us. We were just taking pictures of each other, and like we were on vacation, because it kind of felt like a vacation, And then the table read, when after 10 years, everybody got together. Lauren Graham is the kindest, sweetest woman. And she was there, and Sally and Liz and Keiko. And one of my favorites is Taylor.
Michael Winter.
That guy's,
yeah.
He's never gone to, he lives in Seattle, I think. And he does theater all the time. But he's just a wonderful, wonderful man, an actor. I remember we were walking because, we weren't series regulars. So he and I would, sometimes they'd have us walk. We'd have to park down the street and walk. And so we'd walk together. And, you get the young kids. Sorry, young people, but, we're like, the young kids are like, wow, I gotta walk the blah, blah, blah. I didn't get to park near my trailer. And we're walking down the street like a half a mile going, we're just so lucky we're working today and we're getting paid. So that's how we saw the whole show. We got along really well to the two old farts. Oh, and then Sally and Liz, they're old farts too. So we had a nice old fart club. Yeah.
I'm going to forever refer to it as that from now on. Just say.
Slap it on a t-shirt.
I remember. Yeah. So, Laura, you know Chorus Line, right?
I'm sorry?
The show. You know a Chorus Line?
Yes.
The show?
Yeah, Chorus Line.
I did it, and I played Sheila.
Oh, fantastic.
So when I met Kelly Bishop, she does not know this. I couldn't hardly talk. Because, here I played her. I heard her, because that was their real stories, in Chorus Line. that was her, Sheila. So, and they crafted this thing off their lives. And here I am working with her. So I was so excited. And we were talking, and she was saying that she had never gotten a manicure. And that's when I said, oh, I just love you to pieces. Because back in the day, we did our own. And she goes, I don't understand. Why do people have to go somewhere? You just do your own. I said, I agree. So her and Ed, they were two. We didn't get to work with them that much, but boy, were they gems. Well, she still is, yeah. And it was so sad when Edward died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But your scene with Kelly, I think there's only one in the entire show.
Only
and
one.
It's just fabulous. I remember one of Lane's lines is, it's like watching the Williams sisters.
Yeah.
Because the banter was just so perfect. And then Kelly's character, named Emily, obviously, comes out and is like, I like that woman.
Yeah.
Just the dynamic. I wish we had gotten more of those two characters together.
Me too. Plus, we got along really well.
Mm-hmm.
We had to reshoot that scene. When we did it at first, I think I thought of it a certain way, but then the director thought of it in a different way. So I was like, fine, I'm just an actor. And then the next week they go, oh, you got to redo it. And we did it. We redid it the way we wanted to do it in the first place, which is just fast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everything on Gilmore is fast, and that was no exception.
Oh, my friend she played Denise Kumagai. She's one of my good friends. She played my something cousin, sister. She said, Emily, I'm not having fun. I go, why? She goes, oh my God. They say, talk as fast as you can. So she is. She goes, and then after that take, they said, it's not fast enough. She goes, I can't talk any faster. Okay. Then she tries to talk faster. And they said, you said the instead of and. She's like, ugh. I said, yeah, that's our world. We have to be letter perfect and talk as fast as we can.
That's the Gilmore way.
Yep.
Our scripts, like you do like, oh, you kids don't remember, but like 90210 or Dawson's Creek,
mm-hmm.
and their scripts are like this thin. And then you do Gilmore Girls, and our scripts are like this because we have so many words, and they just go, morning. Having a good day, normal scripts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. At a leisurely pace.
Yeah.
Would you say that you ever felt challenged as an actor in that way with the Gilmore Girls scripts? And how was that different for you with, yeah.
Some days were just hell. Because, the scripts would leak. So they would give it to us the night before. I'm not good at memorizing lines. And there's, when you have like a chunk that you have to do letter perfect at lightning speed, it's stressful. So in between, I'd be pacing and trying to, and sometimes we had like an 8-10 day shoot. I can't remember. So sometimes you'd get the script and you were on day 5 and then it was okay. But if you're on the next day, it was so stressful. Mm-hmm. And I remember I had one of those where I had to speak Korean.
Mm-hmm.
And I told Amy, I said, by tomorrow, I can't do it. So it was so cute. You know how Gilmore Stars Hollow, everybody would just, if something needed to be done, like Lane's shower. Remember Lane's shower? And I had to wheel her bed down the streets and then up the ramp to Miss Patty's, mm-hmm. and how the whole town came in and banded together to make her shower happen. The same thing happened for my Korean lines, because everybody was like, here, Emily, hold this in your thing. I said, okay. And they put stuff on the walls. They put it under the camera, Everybody worked together to help me get through that Korean episode. And plus, the gal who plays my mother is one of my best friends in the world. And so every time I would go off course, she learned my lines and her lines, and she would take over and make my lines make sense. So it was the same kind of feeling, and they go, Emily, I could see your car. And I go, okay, what if I do it like that? And they go, okay, yeah, that's fine. So that's how I got through that. And it was like, it takes a village. Everyone would work together. Nobody said, what's the matter with you? You can't learn it in a day? I'm like, no, I can't, So that was lovely. That was, and one time, Troy was our set person. We had props person. We had the best props person in the world, the best. And so, when we had the knitting sequence after 6, once it's in the can, once it airs, he asked me if I wanted any knitting stuff. And I said, sure. So then he took me to this shed, and it was filled with all the knitting stuff that they bought for the episode. And I got to take as much as I wanted. And I'm still knitting with that stuff. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Everything. Yeah. Knitting bags, needles, everything. Yeah. But it was like that. Everybody it was like a family. So, we would do things for each other, cook for each other. It was just something special, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I definitely get that sense.
Yeah.
Yep. Do you have any other fond memories from the show that stick out to you now that we're going that route? Anything that you want to highlight as just that was a really special moment for you?
I guess the wedding was nice. It gets to the point where you really don't have to do anything but say the lines. You really don't,
Yeah.
Because it's just, it becomes a part of you. So I think the wedding was very special. It's like my daughter actually got married,
Mm-hmm.
But it was kind of hard because I had to stay like Mrs. Kim, but yet I was actually crying. So it was really hard not to cry because Mrs. Kim wouldn't cry. But, it just happens, I think, over the years. I start thinking of her as my kid,
Mm-hmm.
To this day, I think of her as my kid. So,
have you kept in touch with Keiko at all?
Yeah. We don't see each other that often, but I'm doing a reading with her, I think, next month, and we did we'll do stuff together. We did something, I think, at the youth whatever, that improv-y thing.
The UCB.
We did something there. Yeah, we did that. I don't know if she's still doing it. I should ask her. Yeah.
I want to ask her.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I would love to just have, oh my gosh, like
that brain to pick. Whew.
Yeah, Keiko's brain to pick on improv and UCB, considering we both have studied and done classes there. I would not enjoy that at all. I want it. Yeah. I'll have to make that happen one of these days, hopefully. But personally, are there any other projects or roles that you're working on now from a production, from a directing standpoint, or even an acting standpoint? Is there anything that you have going on right now that you would want to highlight? Like, what is on the slate for you?
Doing a play in the Bay Area next year. And I have my hip done, so I'm not doing much. I've got my series coming up in March on Amazon, so please watch.
What's the name of it?
That's about it. The Power.
The Power. Okay.
Yeah.
I've got it on a sticky note, so.
Yep.
Oh, goody.
Yeah.
That's about it, though. That might be my swan song. But if it is, oh no, I got the play. Okay, after the play. I don't, I think of myself as being retired pretty much. If people call and say, you want to do this or that, like Keiko called and said, do I want to read this scene with her? And I go, yeah, of course I do. So, we're going to go to Century City next month and do that together. And so friends call and they go, do you want to do blah, blah, blah? And I'm sure I'm up for almost anything.
Mm-hmm.
This is fun.
Well, we're glad that you're enjoying it. We are loving this as well, in case you haven't noticed. This is just over the moon for us. We'll have to continue it in September in Maine.
Yes, we will.
For sure.
If not, that's okay. I'll just cry.
No, we will. I will fly into Boston and I will get you there. That's a promise. Kate and I will come pick you up in my car.
I know she's she wants to, like, this time she brought Max Bonita. He's never, so I guess she's bringing new people in, I guess, to try to, like, be the carrot to bring repeat a guest in. I don't know. So, but thank you for trying. I appreciate it.
No, I will do what I can, and you always have a ride in our vehicle. So,
thank you.
I want to close this out, if it's okay with you, with a sort of Mrs. Kim speed round question. Just maybe like 4 or 5 quick questions that you would answer as Mrs. Kim.
Sure.
And I'm gonna let Kate take that away.
Yeah.
Scott now Patterson. You will see how bad I am at improv. Go, Kate.
Scott Patterson ends off his podcast episodes where he talks to guests with a rapid fire round. So I thought it would be fun to do something similar, tailored specifically for Mrs. Kim. So, how many cups of salad water do you drink in a day?
5.
Team Henry Cho, Team Dave Rogalski, or Team Zach Van Gerbig?
Sorry, Zach, but Dave Rogalski's cool.
We love Dave Rogalski.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to tell you a story about Dave Rogalski. So
Please
I did this thing. Did I have eggless? Did I have a thing where they were doing the dance and I said something about the eggless?
Eggless egg salad.
Eggless egg salad. And my favorite director, one of my favorite directors, Kenny Ortega, was directing that one. I love Kenny Ortega. So it was probably 2 a.m. I was tired and I was doing that eggless and Dave, right? Whatever his real name is. And so I said, okay, go back to one. Okay, I was going back to one. And Kenny comes up to me. He goes, that guy's going to be a star. And he was right. Okay, go ahead.
Speaking of that, eggless egg salad or spaghetti and wheat balls?
Eggless egg salad.
The Bible.
Yeah, I knew. I sensed it. Yeah. I must be like psychic with you
read
guys.
my mind.
I know.
You probably are.
Yeah.
Probably are.
All right. The Bible or Shakespeare?
The Bible.
And chocolate covered death or the devil's starchy fingers?
Devil's starchy fingers.
Good picks. Good picks.
Yes, we do. Kate and I do worship our potato overlords. We're all about the potatoes. So
there is a potato monument in Boston that we tried to visit, but Google Maps could not get us there.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, really.
The Miller's potato
I'll look for
monument.
that too.
It's under the Charles Bridge. Like it's hard to get to.
Yeah. Or again, just you can come with us and visit the potato monument.
We'll hunt it down this time.
Well, I'm gonna go see my niece too. My niece is over there, so it'll be fun.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll say this. Algonquin is 6 months out, but it will be here before any of us know it. Kate and I will be there. Yep. Emily, I hope and I pray to all of the gods that you're able to get there with us. We will do what we can to make that happen. But for anyone who, absolutely. For anyone who's watching, just from what we've seen and what we've gathered, even though we've never attended in person, the Gilmore Girls fandom and the fan base is just a wonderful subset of human beings that are just kind and compassionate. So if you have the opportunity to get to Algonquin this fall, please come. We would love to meet you, Emily, and any other actors or people who have worked on the show who will be there. We all want to engage in that fandom. So I can't push it enough. Just if you can find a way to get yourself there, get yourself there.
Thank you. Thank you for the shout out. We appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think that's going to close us out for this episode. Yep. Again, thank you so much, Emily, for coming on and speaking with us. This has been the most joyous hour plus that we've had amongst our podcast episodes. And
I don't interview very well, but this was fun.
This was our first interview, and we thought you did a great job. So thank you for being here.
Cool.
Yeah, we loved every minute of this, and we hope that you did too. So, just in the meantime, if you want more Gilmore Girls content, go back and watch some of the older episodes that we've already done. Yes. We have links to our YouTube account and to our Instagram and our Twitter below. You can go check us out on social media. And as always, please do the YouTube things like liking and subscribing, liking this video and subscribing to our channel. It's one click. It takes a second, and we appreciate it. But again, just Emily, you were a godsend to have on this week, and we just enjoyed our time with you so immensely, and we really look forward to seeing you and everybody else in the fall, to whomever can make it. So
cool. Oh, and I will say, follow me on all those things. Just put my name in Emily Kuroda and follow me. Yep, Keiko says it's important.
Yes.
If Keiko says.
Mrs. Kim has dictated, and now you must obey. So
yes.
We will drop all of those links in our description box down below. So go follow Emily as well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And as always, we will see you next Friday night for dinner.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.